And we're live on this Saturday before free agency. News is already swirling. NFL really is a year-long league, like we always say. They don't have an off season anymore, it feels like. I just got news that Mike Gesicki got a 3-year contract extension from the Bengals. So
Wow.
There you go. I know he was a free agent, so yeah. Lots of news. I mean, the Geno Smith to the Raiders is a little bit I guess it's not super surprising, but he reunites with Pete Carroll there, Geno Smith.
Kind of starts the quarterback dominoes thing, something. Sam Darnold, of course, is the big name that everybody's kind of waiting to see, and
Yeah.
Seattle threw their chips in, that's for sure. So
yes, indeed. That's it's interesting. Interesting. We got James in here. We got John Garlic Bread in here. Both I know John is in one of our listener leagues. James, are you in one of our listener leagues as well? Like I said, I always have a hard time keeping track of all the different names across all the platforms. I'm going to leave the link to the mock draft. We're doing a Dynasty startup mock draft today. Leaving the link here. If you want to join it, hop on in. We got 12 spots, so hopefully we can get it full or mostly full. That would be nice. So we'll kind of just talk here for the first few minutes. Okay, James is in the first one. Nice. James is in the first one. So yeah, those we'll start sorting those out in terms of when we're going to draft. I'm excited to get those going. Really excited for that. And I think John Garlic Bread, you're in the second one. So yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we don't know our draft picks in our listener leagues. We'll just randomize it here soon. But yeah. So, anyways, Geno Smith to the Raiders. I wonder what Seattle's plan is. I know they talked about Sam Darnold and they seem to be heavy on him. But what if they don't get him? I don't know what the backup plan is there.
Who's their backup? It's not Drew
That's
Lock.
Sam Howell still.
Sam Howell. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, they
crazy.
have Sam Howell, so
kind of. I guess there was 1 year left on his contract, and I don't know. The old Belichick rule: get rid of the guy a year early instead of a year late. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm interested. He didn't have a great year. I guess some of his stats. I think he had a lot of interceptions last year.
They were kind of frustrating because I had Geno in our main redraft league, and they were just super frustrating because he would throw for a lot of yards. He threw for over 4,300 yards, and I think he was averaging like 40 pass attempts per game there to start. But just the touchdowns, things would happen in the red zone, and turnovers or balls get snapped over your head. That happened a couple times. It's just, it was a little frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, I think Seattle's still kind of in play to and the Raiders really to take a quarterback if they wanted to. Maybe a couple of these guys fall. So that's possible for sure. So who are you excited most about? Like Brock Bowers? Are we bummed about JSN, Jacoby Myers? Are we excited about?
It definitely affects JSN, and
yeah,
but I'm kind of since it's a heavy running back draft, a good running back draft. These guys are all supposed to be good. There's a number of teams that I'm really anxious to see rookie running backs go there and stuff like that. And the Raiders are now one of them. Pete Carroll likes to run the ball and stuff like that. So, I think I've mentioned the Steelers and I don't know. There's a couple other teams. I think I got them written down on a piece of paper, that I'm just trying to watch teams that like to run the ball and see what happens.
Yeah, John here points out that Gino's indoor-outdoor splits are outrageous. He's bad outdoors, good indoors. Should play better for the Raiders. That's interesting. I'm going to look it up. What
Wow,
his
I
what his
never,
split was.
yeah, I never would have thought,
So
never would have
let's.
thought that since he's mostly been an outdoor guy.
Yeah. So in a dome, he only had 2 games last year in the dome, but he was good in those games.
Is that
Um,
the Rams playing the Rams? I bet, and the
right.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals and Rams would be. Yeah, I guess those would be the. Um, this says re ret roof. What's ret roof? I'm not even sure. Is that the retractable? I guess it'd be retractable, huh? So then
I guess so.
so retractable. Yeah, he has good numbers. Like he played 4 games in a dome on a retractable roof. He had eight touchdowns to 1 interception in those 4 games. Looks like he averaged around 260 passing yards or so. I don't know if those retractable roof were indoor or outdoor, but um, yeah, let's see in 2023. So, by the way, we are doing a startup mock draft here. If anyone wants to join, we got some spots open. Would like to get those filled, at least a couple more before we get started. But we'll start up here soon in like about just a few minutes, so we don't keep everyone waiting. But join this startup mock draft. Link is right here in the description. So as we get more people popping in, yeah, just join. We're going to do it's going to be a super flex. I'll give you the rules here in just a second, but it will be a super flex tight end premium rookie mock. Dynasty startup, not a rookie mock. There is a 3rd-round reversal, by the way. And then in 2023, he also had 4 games. Yeah, he's been really damn good in indoor or retractable roof, assuming, here we go. 4 games in 2022 indoor. He had 10 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, 1,165. So
I
average
never would have thought to look
291.
at that stat for Geno Smith.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good info.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's really good. It's really good. So yeah, I mean, he's gonna be playing half his games at indoors as well as SoFi indoor, and then whoever else he plays. So what's he got? 8-9 games indoors for sure. So, but yeah, we will be starting this up soon. Go ahead and claim a spot if you want. We are doing a Dynasty startup mock. Did we get other news? I thought we got other news. I mean, Christian Kirk is a Texan, right?
Yeah.
Does that excite you?
Excite me? No, but it's interesting. So the guy's not a slouch or anything like that. So obviously we know Tank Dell probably ain't going to be playing next year. I mean, there's only Nico Collins, so the
He
guy's
just
going to
got
get
surgery
opportunity.
again.
What's
St.
that?
Dell. St. Dell just had surgery again.
Well, yeah, his first surgery. So the injury happened in December.
Mm-hmm.
And he totally wiped out his knee, like every ligament in there. So they fixed 2 of them, like the MCL and the PCL. And they waited until right now to do the ACL. So,
Yeah, he's probably done for the
yeah,
year.
could be. I mean, it's pretty serious. It could be a career threatening injury or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Christian Kirk should probably fit in pretty well. There was 1 year, the Jacksonville playoff year. He was kind of a money guy there for Trevor Lawrence, but
Yeah, I mean, ideally, like Christian Kirk's like your potentially the 3 on your team. Assuming, let's just say they go after someone else, like that's great. You don't want him maybe as your 1, but if he's like the 2/3 or the 2A 2B with someone, that's a great spot. So
he should be Yeah, you should be 2 on the Texans. You know,
For now, yeah.
a pretty prolific passing team. You know, you'd think and stuff like that. So
Yep. We're getting more people in here, which is great. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots open. So if anyone, we're going to start this up at 11:15 my time, 9:15 West Coast time, 12:15 East Coast time. So if anyone wants in, you got about 3 minutes before we start this up. About 2 minutes, I should say, before we start this up. We still have 5 spots open for this Dynasty startup mock draft with rookies, by the way. So remember that. It's always hard to remember there's rookies in here. Link is right here if you want to join. So we'd love to get at least 2 more spots filled. So I don't have to draft for 6 different teams, but I will try and draft according to average draft position, according to Fantasy Calculator. But I would love to have some of these spots filled. It's going to be a 12-team super flex, half PPR, and then 1.25 tight end premium league. So we'll be starting that up in just a couple of minutes so we don't keep everybody waiting. Yeah. Trying to think if there was any other news that we missed.
you know, Buffalo re-signed a defensive guy, so nothing.
No, it's fine. Just fine there. Yeah, Devontae Adams being released. So, you know, the wide receiver pool, according, you know, with the guys being released and, you know, maybe potentially trading like a DK Metcalf, it's gotten better for sure. You know, I'm interested to see where Devontae Adams is going to play. Hopefully he doesn't just, yeah, that'd be nice. Hopefully he doesn't just follow Aaron Rodgers around.
Oh, man. Cut that cord, you know?
I know, right?
Jeez.
I know. Once again, guys, we are going to start this up in just about a 1-minute warning here. So,
Chargers released Gus Edwards, which
I
think we all thought that was going to be a little better than it turned out to be, you know. Because he had a lot of touchdowns with the Ravens the year before, and we thought Gus the bus, but that didn't happen. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. All right, well, I think we're going to start this bad boy up. And again, this is a Dynasty startup mock draft 12-team Superflex half PPR 1.25 tight end premium. And let's get to it. And so the 101, according to Fantasy Calc, is still Josh Allen. So Josh Allen is the number 1 pick here. Is there an argument for Jaden Daniels, you think, to be the 101?
Yeah, you know, kind of fresh guy, you know. I mean, something.
Oh, I don't think you cut out.
No, I'm just thinking like, yeah, it'd be hard. You know, you could go either direction there. I think. I don't think it's a bad pick. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, but
or Lamar, right? So
yeah,
those are definitely the top 3 there. As we see back-to-back receivers go, which is interesting. Again, I'm just kind of following, you know, Fantasy Calculator average draft position just to give you a little bit of a realistic view of, you know, I don't want to just this is who I'd take 7 times in this draft and following that ADP. And yeah, they have Jamar Chase as the number 4 pick, even in Superflex. Justin Jefferson is the number 6 pick, so it goes 1 spot higher here, but you can't argue against Justin Jefferson. And we see Jalen Hurts go, who, if anyone doubted him, well, just won the Super Bowl, so can't doubt him now. I will be taking Joe Burrow here, which I think is a pretty good value at the 107 to get Joe Burrow. So you are on the clock there. By the way, we'll do the first, we'll go 6 rounds, minute and a half, and then we'll cut it down to a minute. We're just doing 12 rounds here. This is a 12-team start 12, by the way. Superflex, half PPR, 1.25 tight end premium. So it is a significant tight end premium here. So I'm curious to see how that affects these tight ends. So everyone's getting 0.5 Point per reception, whereas tight ends are getting 1.75. So they're getting over 3 times the amount here. As we see Caleb Williams go. Interesting. Were you debating anyone else?
No, not really. I don't know. You know, super flex. I want a quarterback. So
Well, at least one in the first 2 rounds, right?
absolutely. So to me, he's ascending. You know, Mahomes. No way. I ain't doing that. You know, and sorry, Brock Bowers. That ain't happening.
In tight end premium, you can definitely argue Brock Bowers. I mean, in a
Nah, I get
non-tight
it.
end, in a non-tight end premium, he's already at the his average ADP is 12. So and he's going he's the 10th highest here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the RB1 according to Fantasy Calc right now is Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'll go ahead and take that. And then I got back-to-back picks here. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to take a wide receiver or a quarterback in the I'm not going to take a quarterback in the first 2 picks here. And I'm going to go wide receiver, and CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors. See how that turns out. It is a 3rd round reversal, so I will get the first pick of the 3rd round as well. So it is something that kind of plays into that as well. And I don't think this team would go back-to-back running backs, although they could. But I'm going to go ahead and take the next quarterback off the board here in C.J. Stroud. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the chat. We'll trade questions, rookie questions, whatever type of questions, life questions. Try and answer them if we can. But by the way, we're going to be doing I haven't announced this really. This is the first time I'm announcing it. We're going to do a NCAA men's basketball bracket tournament, and we're going to give away team reviews. So the winner of it will get a team review. And if we get like a certain threshold of people participating, like 50 people, we'll give away 3 team reviews. If we get somehow 100 people in there, we'll give away 5 team reviews. We'll probably cap it at 5, but just a little fun thing to do with the community. So if you want to join our Discord. That's going to be how to get into that. So as we see CJ Stroud, Bijan, Puka, and Amon-Ra St. Brown off the board. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Brian Thomas Jr. for this team. So they start off Burrow and Thomas. I kind of like that for Team good. 7 there. Yeah, there's one, man. Now that I think about it, I think I would actually take someone else, a different quarterback than Stroud at the 202. That's what it is for the ADP here. That's what I'm trying to follow, but I would definitely take someone else over him. By the way, Caleb is all the way down at the it looks like at the 7th pick of the 2nd round. So he's fallen a bit, but I kind of agree with you. Like he could easily get back into that first round. Very easily.
See what the miracle of Ben Johnson will bring. But I definitely like what the Bears are doing. They basically got 2 new offensive guards, interior offensive linemen. So and guys who are not chumps either, So they know, they're definitely knowing the importance of the offensive line. And
yeah, absolutely. I do have to remind myself that rookies are in here. I'm always going to forget that rookies are in here as we see the first one go, and Ashton Jeanty off the board. Next player off the board here looks like, according to ADP, would be another tight end in Trey McBride. So I kind of like that value. I mean, Brock Bowers versus Trey McBride, there's a whole round separating those guys. But yeah, Ashton Jeanty. Do you think that's where he should be going? He's already the RB3 according to Keep Trade Cut.
Jeez. I've done rookie running backs. I did Breece Hall early. I did I don't know if I did Bijan early, and I don't know. Feels like I got screwed.
Yeah, no, I get it. Ashton Jeanty, you're already starting to hear the whispers of it's it's going to be like Amarion Hampton is not that far. from him. And some teams, you're already hearing some teams have Omarion Hampton over over what's his face? Genty. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of who am I going to pick here. Oh man, that's tough. I do need a quarterback, but I'm going to wait again just to see how this all plays out. I think I'm just going to go Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm going to start off 3 wide receivers. You can start up in start 12. You can start up to 7 of them. So not too worried about having too many of them as we see a couple players off the board here. Saquon, Marvin Harrison. I think for this team, I would take the next up on line here would be Bo Nix. So unless I'm missing someone and I forgot about someone, but James says 2 set it and forget it quarterbacks. Yep. For a long time. James, remind me where you're drafting from. Are you remind me where you're at in your spot? Did you see Drake London off the board, which is a good pick? Drake May, by the way, was the guy that I was thinking if I'm taking a quarterback in this range, like from the early to mid second round, I think Drake May might be ahead of Herbert and Stroud for me, just because the rushing ability. He has legitimate rushing ability. May and JD, yeah, those are good picks. Those are great picks, actually. Starting off your draft with Jaden Daniels and Drake May, that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. He's got Jordan Love off the board. I think I'm going to go ahead and take another rookie here. What's this team have? I'm going to go Omarion Hampton. I'm going to go Omarion Hampton at the 306. A lot of hype around him. You think he could sneak into the first, like the top half of the first round?
I think it'll be more,
And I'm talking about, in the NFL draft?
Yeah, that's what I think he'll be in the 20s or something.
That's fair.
I think he'll be 15 to 32 or somewhere in there. Somebody like Pittsburgh or the Chargers and guys like that. But we were kind of speculating. Okay, if there's a lot of running backs, that means a lot of good running backs that maybe you can wait to the second and third round and get a team like Steelers and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, you're 100% right. It is a copycat league, though, and we just saw the team that won the Super Bowl did it. A large part of it, not completely, but a big part of it was on the back of Saquon. So
yeah, their running game was the best.
Yeah. Again, just trying to follow ADP for this teams that don't have a team picking for them. So Brees Hall and Ladd McConkey were kind of the next up on the board there. So that being said, like if you're taking a running back that high, like for example, like Jahmyr Gibbs, everyone was shocked, like, oh, Jahmyr Gibbs. But for the Lions, it worked perfectly because they had the offensive line in place. They had the offense in place. They had a lot of other pieces already in place. And so it worked for them, if you're going to draft a running back and you don't have an offensive line, you don't have a quarterback, like, I don't know, it's a little tough. It's a little tough to justify it there. So I think I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go, did Kyler get taken?
He did.
He did get taken. Okay. I don't know. Actually, Sniper, who is in our second listener league. So we got a lot of people in here in our second listener league. Out of Rhythm Sports. What's up, man? How's it going? Again, guys, any questions in the chat? Leave them. We'll get to them as we're just doing a super flex Dynasty startup mock draft, 1.25 tight end premium, half PPR, all that fun stuff here. And I think this is pretty good value for this guy. AJ Brown in the 4th round.
Yeah, I'd say that's.
I think that's pretty good.
Look what the team's got: McBride, McConkey, and AJ Brown, and Lamar.
Yeah. And Lamar, yeah. Yep.
That's
I want to be that team.
Pretty good team, yeah, no kidding.
Next up on the board is Jonathan Taylor here.
I'll take that one.
Yeah. Again, trying to draft for all these teams and make it a little bit close to ADP and not just what I would do 6 different times. We see Michael Penix off the board. Nice. Michael Penix. Funny how fast things change, right? The narrative around when they drafted Penix and during the rookie draft was like, oh, he shouldn't be taken in the first round. He's not going to play until 2027. And then he played in his first year. I think 2027 is an exaggeration, but on my part. But people are saying like he's definitely not going to play year 1 and probably not year 2, and he's already played year 1, and Kirk Cousins is out. Kind of crazy. Life comes at you fast, right? I'll go ahead and take again. I got to keep reminding myself that there are rookies on the board here. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a rookie in. No, I'll go Trevor Lawrence here. I'll go Trevor Lawrence with Burrow, although I could see a rookie quarterback there that I wouldn't mind taking, but I still like Lawrence's potential. Like I don't think we've seen the best of Lawrence yet. I think we're still going to see. I don't know what his best season is going to be, but I think we're still going to see a best of him. Right? Could be this year.
If you don't see it something soon,
yeah,
they're going to start
absolutely
talking about him being like the next Deshaun Watson or something.
Yeah, I mean, at least Deshaun Watson had a couple like top 5 quarterback seasons for fantasy.
Yeah, but he didn't do it in Cleveland after.
Oh yeah, after in Cleveland for sure.
The massage parlor thing and whatever.
Yeah, Ted McMillan is a nice pick there. I kind of like that pick. Same with Rashee Rice. I like that pick too. I mean, like the dude was on fire before he got hurt. Hopefully he's back healthy and everything. And again, just following ADP, it's Kyren, which tough to start off with no receivers in the first 4 rounds, but it's really good value for Kyren there at the end of the 4th round, in my opinion. I think he should be probably going a little bit closer.
Yeah, I was debating either Cook or Kyren Williams, so kind of went with Cook.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to take a couple rookies here. Cam Ward, not a couple rookies, but a couple essentially McCarthy's a rookie. I'm going Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy. That's kind of a little bit of a scary quarterback room, but if I can get, we got the Mahomes Rice stack, I like it. But if I can get a solid 3rd quarterback in there to kind of level things out a little bit, then I think I'm looking pretty good there. And for this team, they probably should go wide receiver, but it feels like a little bit early, but I'm still going to go ahead and take, I mean, geez, this is kind of tough. We'll go ahead and take T. Higgins here for that team. I don't know. I always have that kind of like a feeling of like you're taking the wide receiver 2 for a team. I don't know. I'm always like hesitant, but again, it's the Bengals, and do we think T. Higgins is going to be on the Bengals, or do you think they're going to try and trade him?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, there is.
Cincinnati and Cleveland, the Myles Garrett situation, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. It's like, come on, you cheap fucks, sign these guys, Sorry, pardon my French. It's like, my God,
Well, it sounds like they're letting Hendrickson go, right?
Well, I guess they got sticker shock after Max Crosby got his huge deal.
Yeah, smart by the Raiders to kind of set the market there.
I think it shows a commitment,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, yeah, everybody wants them. We're not trading them. You can say it, but then when you do it, it's like, and I think that attracts other free agents. Now the Geno Smith thing. So everybody's thinking like, oh, okay, the Raiders are all in. Brady's there now, and Pete Carroll, that they're gonna wow, what a dilemma I got.
What, for who
Josh
to take?
Jacobs, CMC. Oh my God. I ain't turning CMC down.
Yeah, I mean, he can still break fantasy football one
Yes.
more year, a couple more years, really. Um,
Just his pass catching ability, is,
yeah,
I hope he
I
stays
think
healthy.
I think Sam Laporta getting him in the fifth round in the tight end premium is a pretty nice. Like I'd probably rather take Laporta 506 than McBride 210. Although I like McBride a lot, but it's a pretty big gap for a guy who first 2 years has been really good. I know he was disappointing for people last year, but he really came on at the end. And
Yeah, it was his
um,
last half of the season was obviously the best part. Just
yeah,
think, I think he's pretty important part of the offense there, even though there's a lot of a lot of lions' mouths to feed. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was legit to
wow,
end the
look at the
year, and
quarterbacks being taken there in the fifth round.
yeah, I think actually Dak is a pretty good value. I know he's a little bit older, but like when the dude plays, besides last year, and last year was just kind of a mess.
There you got
He's
another
legit.
rookie, Travion.
Yeah, I was thinking about Travion for a lot of these teams, to be honest, all the way from Team 7 onward. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, opted against it. Um, what does this team need? They can kind of use anything here. Let's go ahead and we'll just try and follow ADP a little bit here. It looks like it's kind of hard to follow sometimes, but it looks like the next guy is. Does DJ Moore go? No, it looks like it's DJ
no, he's
Moore.
there.
So I'll go DJ Moore and Olave. We start off Josh Allen, Saquon, Garrett Wilson, Baker Mayfield, DJ Moore, Olave. I don't mind that one. I don't mind that start there. As we see McLaurin off the board, I'm going to go ahead and take for this team probably a running back, and let's go another rookie in Quinshawn Judkins, who's next up on the board. And then for this player, we're going to go back to back rookies and Tyler Warren, who people are getting excited about. Tyler Warren.
I just hope he
Um,
doesn't end up on the Colts, where he gets mocked quite a bit.
yeah, I don't mind it too much. I don't mind it too much just because, again, I always bring up we hated Brock Bowers here, and so to the Raiders, I mean, we hated that landing spot, and look how that turned out. So just following again, ADPs, this team, okay. I'm going to go ahead and take Devonta Smith here as the roles in here. How are you guys like? How are guys like Henry and CMC going ahead of Henderson? Yeah, it's a couple things. One, I mean, CMC and Henry can win you leagues. I still think, and so there's a lot of value in that. I always say it. I'll give me 1 year of a top 5 running back versus 3 or 4 years of RB20, RB16, even. I'll take that 1 year. That means a lot more. But I'm not saying Travion can't be a top 5 guy. Another thing is it's going to take a while to get like rookies into our brain into when we're playing these dynasty startup drafts. Like it's always hard. They're always going to go a little bit lower than in reality of probably where they're going to go, just because it's hard to combine that. One, the ADP is a little bit off on sleeper, and two, it's just hard to like think. Usually we separate the two: rookie draft, veterans, right? And so to mix them together, it can be a little difficult. So, yeah, we're probably just doing one today, but I'm gonna be live again tomorrow, and maybe I'll do one tomorrow as well, Sunday evening. The Terry JD stack, I like it. Yeah, I like McLaurin. I think he's a bit of a buy low right here for sure. At the moment, we see Tyreek Hill off the board, another guy that I think is a buy low as well. If Warren goes to the Broncos, his value will shoot up. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if he goes to the Broncos, I mean, Jacksonville's in play at 5. Legitimately is. There's not a lot of like blue chip prospects in this draft. There's a couple. And like a lot of people have Tyler Warren as like a top 5 to 7 player in the entire draft. And so like if we're already saying, oh, he could go at 10, then what's him going at 5, especially when you're a team where you only pick at 5. You don't pick at 5 and 10. So it's not like a fantasy draft where you can get the comeback. There's only 12 teams. There's 32 teams. You're picking at 5, just maybe take him at 5. So Jacksonville could be in play. In my opinion. The Jets could be in play. Maybe even a team like Carolina, New Orleans. So there's definitely some possibilities for him as we see Tua off the board, and now I'm starting to get lost of where we are in the ADP here. But I think Xavier Worthy's fine. I know he just got some legal issues, but we'll wait and see what that really is going to mean here. Gotta wait for all the facts. Man, oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and take Caleb. Can I see rookies here? Yeah, Caleb Johnson. I'll take a rookie, and I think I'm gonna go. Man, I don't want to do it. Oh man. No, I'm gonna go another player here. We got some tight ends. It is a tight end premium league. I'm gonna go Waddle. I think Waddle's like a little bit underrated, slightly underrated. Again, just trying to play around and do different things here. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a rookie for this team in Matthew Golden. So yeah, that's kind of why rookies can be a little bit out of place, in my opinion, when you do these dynasty startup drafts. So, how are you looking with your team there? Oh, by the way, we're going to change it to a minute on the clock, just to speed this up a little bit more, and get things going here. But yeah, how are you feeling about your team there? And Caleb, Jordan Love, you got Amon-Ra, James Cook, McCaffrey, Hawkinson. Feeling good there?
Yeah, I think so. I need another
receiver,
wide receiver. I think, and
yeah, definitely. I mean, usually
dogs
safer.
running around in case you hear them in the background.
Yeah. All good there. As you see DK Metcalf off the board. Do you think he gets traded, Metcalf, or do you think he's trying to get him more money?
Yeah, he gets a lot of money. He's like over 20 million now, and or something. And he wants to be a 30 million guy, and it's like, yeah, dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Travis Hunter.
And he was asking, is it too early? And again, like, I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I don't think we've had 12 rookies go. I think we've had maybe 7 or 8. So, like, you're basically, saying he's a late first round pick in rookie drafts, which a lot of people agree with. So, no, I don't think it's necessarily too early. It's just, I don't know. It's a little bit harder when you're involving a lot of veterans in here, of guys like, it's different in a rookie draft, right? Whereas like you are passing up on a lot of veteran players, but that so it's like the risk is a little bit more amplified, I think. But man, if you hit on that, then you got a stud, that's for sure. All right, here. What do we got? This team, I'm just again trying to follow ADP a little bit from Fantasy Calculator. Anthony Richardson is still considered a 1, 2, 3, 4, a late 5th round pick. So it's definitely a risk, but it's okay to risk it with a team when you have Burrow and Lawrence, and Richardson's your QB3. I'm fine. I'm fine with doing that. Right? Like, what do you think about that? Like, if Richardson becomes kind of your QB3 and you have hopefully 2, obviously you have 1 stud in Burrow and then hopefully another good low end QB1 in Lawrence. You fine with taking Richardson for the upside still?
Yeah, I think so. With the understanding, I don't know, everybody's kind of waiting to see a little bit of a breakout or something, but this is going into his 3rd year, and something's got to happen. People's people's jobs are on the line, and and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
No, you're
So,
right. They might bring in a veteran to compete as well. By the way, guys, we are just 2 subscribers away from 1150. So if there's 2 of you out there that aren't subscribed and watching, then please hit that subscribe button. Obviously, hit the like button. Carlos, I'm not sure if you're here, but I guess I'll make that pick for you. And it looks like it's gonna be. Did he pick? No. Looks like it's gonna be. Man, I don't even know where we are here.
I got a pick for him.
Go ahead.
Kittle.
Looks like it's going to be Kittle in a tight end premium league again, and it's tight end premium where the tight ends are getting over 3 times more than every other position. So every position's getting 0.5 per reception. Tight ends are getting 1.75, so they're getting more than 3 times that position. So not all tight end premiums are equal. That's for sure. And for this team, again, following along here, looks like Kenneth Walker. He's kind of becoming an interesting player now because they're talking how they want to run the ball. That's why they changed offensive coordinators. Want to run the ball more. They're hyping up Kenneth Walker. Now they potentially could have like a rookie quarterback or, someone a little bit less of a caliber of Geno. Like, I don't know. It's getting a little interesting there for sure. With Kenneth Walker. I never know how to exactly value Kenneth Walker, but you got to take Shedeur Sanders at some point. Like for him to go, 4.12 for Cam Ward, 7.10 for Shedeur Sanders. I don't think there should be that much of a separation as of right now between those guys. Now, if you truly believe Sanders is going to fall to the second round, which I'm hearing.
Nah.
I mean,
I don't believe that. It's the Lions season. Lying, not lying. There's big fat lies going on.
Yeah. So if you truly believe that, then there should be a separation. But
there's going to be 3 QBs picked in the first round of the NFL draft. Jackson Dart's. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to move up to pick Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
So.
I like the Mark Andrews pick here. I think for whatever reason, he's undervalued. Like he was still, if you take out, he had a horrid start that first 4 weeks where he put up a couple goose eggs. From that point on, though, he was still a top 6 tight end. So I know he dropped the pass in the playoffs, but they're not moving on from Mark Andrews. I know that was kind of floated around.
I mean, everybody drops pass. His happened to be at the worst possible time,
Yeah. Need to look at rookies here and make sure we're not missing someone. Mecca Ibuka, Devin Neal, Scadaboo, some good running. It's always hard, too, to not know where they are. But I think Emeka Ibuka is probably going to be a first-round pick at the wide receiver position, so I'll take a shot on him here. There's a couple good values at the wide receiver spot here. Another one is Jameson Williams here in the eighth round. I think it's a pretty damn good pick.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, you're hoping to get him as your QB2, Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, Sanders is accurate, doesn't throw me. What's crazy is
he is accurate.
Yeah. I think he's actually the most accurate quarterback in the history of FBS football. He has that gold on his stat there. What's crazy about Sanders is, so generally when you hear about people evaluating quarterbacks, they ask for accuracy, how they perform under pressure, pre and post snap, diagnosing the situation. And Sanders is probably better at all those things than Cam Ward. And those are the things that usually we like for quarterbacks. And usually it's the arm talent guys that don't translate as well. It's they have a big arm. But that's not the case this year. So it's all Cam Ward. I don't think Carlos is here. We'll get some value at the running back position here. No, Carlos is here. He picked Pickens. Next team on the board here, I think, is Chuba Hubbard gone? Yeah, who took Chuba Hubbard? When did he go? When did he go? Chuba Hubbard in 5th round. Ooh, nice. I think Chuba Hubbard's underrated for sure. So I like that pick.
I can't ignore this guy.
Yeah, you get to that point where it's like, do you want a rookie or do you want these like really good picks here?
1,000-yard receiver, double-digit touchdowns, or he's gonna.
Another gap. So there's a big gap of rookies between Ward and Sanders, which I don't agree with. Also between Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland, there's a pretty big gap. We're talking about Warren in this draft going mid 6th round versus Loveland going at the beginning of the 8th. So what is that? A round and a half difference? Like, I don't necessarily think there should be that big of a. I like Warren more, but I don't think there should be that big of a gap between them. So, I'll go Sam Darnold here for Team 11. And I probably do need to take another quarterback just because I have two kind of question marks there. So I'm definitely going to take. Would you take Stafford or Geno Smith if you needed like a kind of a steady veteran for this team?
Geez. I think I would take Geno.
Interesting. Yeah, they're like both right there.
Yeah.
I think Geno has a little bit more long term, so why not? Although Stafford did just sign that. He did just sign right to a.
Yeah, they haven't
extension.
They haven't said what the numbers are and any of that stuff. So.
Yeah, we'll go Montgomery, and why not? We'll take David Montgomery. How you feeling about Dalton Kincaid? I'm going to just take him for Team 11 here. How are we feeling about Kincaid?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Buffalo kind of.
They just don't really use anyone, right?
Yeah, that way? They kind of. They were. They were throwing the ball around a lot of different players. So.
Yeah, for sure. You see Stafford. That's pretty good. I mean, to get Stafford as your QB2, you got Mahomes, and then you waited all the way till round 9 to get your QB2. So you get Puka, Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, Achane, Henry, Kamara. Yeah, it's definitely a win now team. That's for sure. See Jaden Reed off the board. Just going to check Fantasy Calc and see what's kind of supposed to be next. Alvin Kamara is gone. McMillan, Evans. Says ETN, but I don't feel great about that. Did Slick Ricky go? No? All right, I'll take Slick Ricky Pearsall.
He's going to get his chance. Here.
Yeah, especially if they trade Ayuk. I don't think they're going to be able to trade Ayuk.
I don't think they're going to trade Ayuk. They just, yeah. It's kind of funny how things change, though, just within a year. Less than a year, the whole contract bullshit, and then they give him a big ass contract and he gets hurt.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. It's like it changes so quickly, right? Deebo Samuel off the board. It feels like it's been a while since they've gotten a rookie drafted. This team here, I guess they could use a rookie. We'll go ahead and take Jackson Dart. I think that's a solid pick for that player or that team. And then we'll take one of my favorite running backs in the draft, and Dylan Sampson for Team 3. Big Dylan Sampson guy. As Chris Godwin goes off the board here.
I heard a rumor that New England's going to throw a lot of money at him.
Godwin?
Yeah. They got... Yeah. They got like 90 million in cap space, and of course they need some players, and
you have to spend a certain amount too.
And you gotta when you're somebody shitty like New England, you might have to overspend. You know?
Yeah, you are, especially in this kind of a weaker free agency class,
Yeah, it's like
So,
they didn't have any clear cut decent wide receiver last year. That's for sure.
yeah. Yeah. You see Brian Robinson, Pittman, ETN. I kind of hate this round. Like it's not I know we're getting down to the end of it, so I get it, but kind of hate this round a lot. Like I guess I'll take a shot on Pacheco. I mean, I know we're assuming he's going to get like replaced, but what if he doesn't? Very good chance he just doesn't get replaced. So go ahead and take a shot on him, and why not Zach Charbonnet as well? We'll handcuff Kenneth Walker there. Isaiah Likely off the board, which I think is a solid pick. Juwan Jennings off the board here. Man, what kind of rookies are we looking at here? Yeah, why not? We'll go Devin Neal. A lot of people like him, so we'll take him. We will take him. By the way, guys, make sure to hit that like button if you're watching. Appreciate everyone that is watching on this beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon, depending on where you are. We are still 2 subscribers away from 1150. So if there's 2 of you watching that haven't subscribed, make sure to hit it. And I'll be live again tomorrow, doing a rookie draft, maybe startup draft. So you see DeAndre Swift off the board.
I don't even know if Ben Johnson likes him.
Yeah, I mean he did have a solid season with Ben Johnson. So
yeah, the problem when he was with Detroit was his injury.
Yeah,
and then he had a okay year with Philadelphia that one year, and then he went to Chicago. And I think he had an okay year last year, but I mean the Bears lost a lot. So
he was super inefficient last year. Like one of the most efficient running backs. Like he averaged 3.8 yards per attempt, which is way off his. Like before that he was 4.6, 4.1, 5.5, 4.6. So like he was well over 4.5 there. So it's childish. Maybe we'll give him I don't know. Who should we give him? Does he have a tight end? No? We'll give him a tight end. We'll give him Njoku. As we're coming near the end of this. What's that?
I said that's not bad.
No?
As long as he...
Especially to get a quarterback.
Yeah, he gets the right... Right, yeah, that's what I was going to say. The right quarterback, I guess.
Childish, sorry, I didn't see that till after. It froze on you. Well, maybe you'll get him when he comes back here. I won't pick him. Not that I don't like him, but I won't do that.
Who does he want?
I mean, well, I won't say it until he gets back to him. Najee Harris here, like I don't think that's a bad pick at the end of the 10th round.
See where he ends up.
Yeah, you got to see where he ends up for sure. I mean, Tony Pollard is another player I think is good value here, for sure. I do need a tight end, but probably, screw it. I'm just going to take a rookie. And Elijah Arroyo, people love him. And let's go with another rookie, a guy I love, and DJ Giddens. We got 2 more rounds here as we finish up. So what are your plans today?
Aiden's birthday party this afternoon.
Your grandson, my nephew's birthday, 4 years old.
4 years old. Wow.
He's finally at the age, maybe he'll remember it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he's going to Disneyland on Monday.
Yeah, maybe he'll probably remember that. So
yeah, 4 years old. I don't know, but let's see.
There you got Scattaboo there.
Scattaboo
in the end. That's who he wanted. when I
Yeah.
picked Njoku for him. So he ended up getting him anyways. So
I forgot who I
man, I'm just looking
wanted.
at some of these names. It is rough. Yeah, there's like a lot of good veteran value. I mean, this round for the running backs, like I know we're lower on them, but Brian Robinson, we're assuming he gets replaced, but just what if he doesn't? Same with Isaiah Pacheco. Um, Najee and Pollard, I think, are good values at the end of the second,
Why are
early
we
the
thinking
11th.
Robinson? You know,
He's just not very good, to be honest. Like he's not there's just a lot of running backs that could do a little bit more for your offense. I think he's fine for what he does, but he doesn't really add much to the offense. Like there's a lot of running backs that could do what Brian Robinson does, in my opinion. Screw it. We'll take Keon Coleman. And we see Khalil Shakir off the board. I thought about Shakir. Probably should have taken him over Coleman, to be honest. I'm not even a big Coleman guy. Ollie Gordon off the board. We'll go ahead and take Jalen Milroe for this team. So they got Herbert, Dak, and then 2 rookies in Dart and Milroe. I mean, Tucker Kraft should probably be taken, right? I mean, it's a big tight end premium, so we'll go ahead and take Tucker Kraft. He should probably be taken here as we're coming into our last round. As we got the Jake Ferguson, definitely thought about him. I mean, Cortland Sutton's also a good value in my opinion. Pretty good value there. And then I'll take a player that I think is going to be starting for someone, Justin Fields. I think he's going to be starting for a team. And when he starts, he puts up fantasy points because he runs the ball. So, and then we'll take the next Los Angeles Charger here and Devontae Adams. Two veterans that I think could still, if they land in the right spot, give you pretty good seasons. Like, can Cooper Kupp go and do what Adam Thielen has done the last couple of years? Absolutely. Like, Thielen has been fantasy relevant at times the last couple of years, even at the age of 34, 33, 34 years old the last 2 years. Like, can Cooper Kupp do that? Like, I know he's older, but he's not as old as Thielen. He's still 31 years old only. Like, he could have a good season or two for sure. Rashid Shaheed, Ramondre Stevenson, off the boards here. We got to take another. Let's go Bashal too and screw it. Why not? Take a rookie here. As you're on the clock there, anyone in mind?
yeah, I'm gonna take my third quarterback, and unfortunately,
Ugh. Who else was there?
Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers and Levis and
yeah, it's not a great.
Yeah,
not a great. And a couple,
I mean,
some rookies and.
I mean, I based that pick upon Derek Carr should be the starting quarterback for the Saints. So, I mean,
should be, yeah.
Should be. I don't know. There's been some rumors, Guess he's owed a lot of money and all that other crap. So,
yeah. Go ahead and do a sneaky Jalen Warren. Why not? So there we go, guys. That's just a little 12-round Dynasty startup draft. So, by the way, we did hit 1150. So appreciate the 2 people that subscribed to get us there. So on our way to 1,200 subscribers, which is a little crazy to think about because, yeah, I just didn't think, when you first start things, you never think you're going to get there. So, but slowly but surely we are. Again, we'll be live again tomorrow. So thoughts on your overall team there? Would you have done something differently there, Dad?
No, I think it's kind of hard in the beginning not to take some of those premium players, in these super flex leagues. You got to stick with the quarterback. I think, I mean, if you don't have 2 quarterbacks, then I don't think you're going to be doing too well. I mean, so
yeah,
I know a lot of it depends on scoring within the league and stuff like that. So I mean the tight end stuff, tight end premium. That's a lot of points per reception there. One and three quarters, 1.75.
Yeah, compared to only half a point for
Yeah.
everyone else. So yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll look at a couple of the teams here. Benjamin. I mean, I love the Daniels May start is pretty elite, and then you get Bucky Irving. So he's starting Daniels May. I mean, this is his starting roster. He does have 3 tight ends, which is fine in a tight end premium. But Bucky Irving, Travion Henderson is a pretty nice 1-2 punch at running back. JSN, McLaurin, Judy, Godwin. I think there's some good values there in Judy and Godwin. So, what do you think of Carlos's team? Hurts, Purdy, Nico Collins, Dunze, Hubbard, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy, Stevenson. They also got Pickens pretty late, Juwan Jennings, who could be a pretty good player this year.
Look at Shakir. Yeah, I mean, 11th round. I mean, that's great. Great value, as we call it.
Yeah. I mean, Juwan Jennings is interesting, like especially if they do manage to trade IU, which I don't think they will, but especially if they do, like you're getting a pretty good player right there for sure. Here we have Mahomes and Stafford. So here's a team. It looks like you get to see what it looks like when you wait on your second quarterback. Stafford as your second quarterback's not bad at all. He probably wanted a third one in there, but there's still a couple guys. I guess we can't see anymore, but there's still a couple guys out there. Like you said, Russell Wilson was still there, and Aaron Rodgers or something. But you get guys like Puka, Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, Jacoby Myers. It's pretty nice there. Jacoby Myers is interesting now with Geno coming there. Like Jacoby Myers has always been a good receiver.
Yeah, he's been pretty productive. He's always kind of surprising, even with shitty quarterback situations and stuff. So somebody to pay attention to.
And then those running backs, HN, Henry, Kamara, that's really nice 1, 2, 3 right there with Scattaboo and then Njoku. So I like that. You got Garlic Bread's team. It's a team that waited on quarterback a little bit. You got Jared Goff, Tua. Marquise Brown is re-signing with the Chiefs. There you go. Jared Goff and Tua, Marquise Brown's just signing with the Chiefs, re-signing with the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, it's because what's-his-face just got arrested, so.
Maybe. I think he's probably already in there playing.
Yeah.
Drake London, Tent McMillan, Metcalf, Jalen McMillan, Josh Downs. I like that wide receiver room there. A lot of young guys, but you got London and Metcalf, which should produce. And then, Ted McMillan, a lot of people's wide receiver 1 in this draft. Jalen McMillan came on. You got Bijan, James Conner, RJ Harvey, Brock Bowers. So, pretty solid team there. I don't really like my team. I tried something different. I mean, I like the Lamb, Neighbors, Harrison start. But, Cam Ward, J.J. McCarthy, Geno Smith. I probably should have taken someone else other than McCarthy, to be honest. But, I know those guys are going to get their chance and for the next couple of years at least. So, unless they completely tank out. Myers with the real quarterback, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you went future contender. Yeah, I mean, you went future, but, you could do a sneaky contend this year with that team. Absolutely, you could. So, but yeah, I don't love my team. I like some of the value I got late in Montgomery and Pollard. But yeah, but that's it, guys. Appreciate everyone that stopped in. We're going to be doing some live listener leagues here soon. So some real money drafts, which would be a lot of fun, a lot more on the line, of course. We'll be live tomorrow. So join us then tomorrow evening, probably around either 6 or 7 Eastern time. We'll go live. So join us there. And any last words there, Dad?
What's that?
Any last words?
No, just tomorrow or Monday the party starts. We've had a pretty active, week this past week already. So I think think the big party is going to start. Are you going live stream to our listener draft leagues?
Yes, we are, John. We need to, after we get everyone in there and we get all the settings, we're going to find a time when we can all go live. We can all be on and do a live draft, at least for the first like 10 to 12 rounds. And then we'll switch it over because we're probably going to have like 28 round drafts. So we're not going to live stream that whole thing. But we'll do the first 10, 12, maybe a little bit more. And then we'll turn it into a slow draft for like the last half of it. So definitely the first half of the draft, we're gonna go live for it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some trades on the clock, type of stuff. So we're gonna do that, and the rookie drafts will be live streamed. So, but yeah, we are excited for that for sure. Super excited, and appreciate everyone joining. We got 2 full leagues. We'll start putting together a third one. If anyone out there watching replay right now wants to get in on those, if anyone else wants to get in on those, like join our Discord, we'll start putting together a third one there. It might take a little bit longer to fill, but we got the whole off season to do it. So it's good to get your name on. Don't know how long we're gonna actually do these for. So it's best to get in there. You get in there now. But anyways, appreciate everyone and have a great weekend or Saturday. See you guys all Sunday evening.